we knew that fatigue would probably be a factor in tonight's game, just given the double overtime against OKC. But what did you see out there from your guys today, especially because they did have a bit of a spark in the second?
Fatigue is part of this league. And this is a league that there are no excuses, and nobody's asking you, what did you do yesterday? You have a job to do today. And our performance today was unacceptable, and this is not the way we want to go about the business. We just did not do enough in any area tonight to be a competitive team.
I mean, when you look at that, does it break down differently for the starters or some of the guys you brought off the bench? I mean, a lot of times you have guys who are dying for minutes, and then they have an opportunity.
We are a team, and tonight it was a whole team that failed, from starters to bench to guys at the end that came out to play in the fourth quarter. That's not it. That's not it. And after playing very competitive game yesterday and went into 2 overtimes, this was very disappointing the way we performed today.
Is that the message you delivered to them?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, like you were saying, there are lots of excuses you could give, but.
We don't look for excuses. That's not how we want to build. That's not how I'm built. As I said, we have a job. We have a privilege to have this job to play and perform in NBA. And when 7 p.m. Is there, you got to be ready. And we just did not do the good enough job tonight in that area.
I know that it's hard to be ready, and there's no excuses, absolutely. But I would say potentially a silver lining might be Gradey's performance tonight, as he had a career high as a rookie. What did you see from him?
He was able to get on the spots on the floor to get open shots. He was able to get a couple of really good cuts. I thought that there were a couple of opportunities more for him to do that. He did a good job today on offensive end, but as a whole team, he needs to do better on defensive end and rebounding. And I do not like to point out players in the performance like we had tonight.
You said unacceptable. Was there any particular aspect that you didn't like, whether it's perimeter defense? I know they had 19 threes, and Ingram made 5 in a row there. Was that anything? Was there something like that?
It was a lot of stuff. It was from aggressiveness on the ball. It was in the first quarter rebounding. It was getting back in transition. We were just like one step late on everything we were doing tonight, and that included those pick and roll defense. And we were on the wrong side there, trying to send him to the left hand, and we just did not execute what we were supposed to do tonight.
All right, before we dive into your individual performance tonight, just give me your overall thoughts on what you saw out there tonight as a team.
I mean, all respect, to the Pelicans. They're a physical team, that just plays hard, every possession. But, I felt like we came out aggressive, in certain points that we were happy with, obviously. And, it was just a competitive game. And then some points in the second half where it was just, we talked about it after that. We just need to be locked in, for a whole game and just play hard every second, carry on to the next one.
Coach said that you were finding your spots out there offensively on the court. What did you see that was working for you?
I'm just taking what the defense was giving me. Like he said, when I'm trying to maneuver around the court, like he said, find my spots. And, it's just one of the things where the offense is going and we're moving the ball and not really letting it stick. And that just helps me and helps our team. And I think when you have an unselfish, playing group, it just makes a lot more, gaps where they wouldn't be open before, but they are now that we move the ball. So.
What tone did Darko come in with there after the game? Like, obviously, it was a really tough game last night, and that's a really good team you're playing tonight. But you also don't want to get into the habit of making those excuses, right? So how did he come in, just tone-wise?
I think it's just that, no excuses. And like you said, it's, the end of a back-to-back, and that's no excuse at all. We can't come in here and, try to give reasons to that. It's really just, like I said earlier, just coming in and, playing with that aggression and really just the dog mentality to go out and how tired we are, just to play every, possession like it's our last. And, we got to regroup after this and just carry on to the next game and remember that as a whole and just keep being unselfish and just keep, being the good guys that we are in the locker room and just put that out on the floor.
We talked earlier in the season about Garrett and his kind of mentorship role, and as the season has progressed for you, have you kind of, some of those messages he was delivering early in the year, they've started to kind of resonate, and you kind of see where he's coming from in some of those messages?
Of course, Garrett's amazing. He always is, and he's I can't say the best vet I've ever had because I've only had one, but he's got to be the best vet out there. And in terms of actually just caring about me, not only as a basketball player but as a person. And I think to answer that question, it's really just the advice of how grueling the season is, how long it is, and when there's ever times where you're going to have your ups and downs, and when you get in your downs, I always have someone to go to and kind of talk my way out of it with him. And there's been points where I have, and like I said, I don't even know what game we're at, but it's into that part of the season where it's kind of that February time where guys start to feel it really, and I definitely have felt it, but here and there. But I think that's just it's normal and NBA basketball, and so whenever I feel like that, I just go straight to him and Thad, whoever it is, and they're great guys with that.
It's never ideal to have your career high on a game like tonight where you guys lost. But taking nothing for granted, especially as a rookie, how did it feel to have a career high tonight?
I never want to talk about obviously that when we lose a game like that, and so I don't mean it in a selfish way at all, but away from how we played and the end of the game, it's special to put up those points, obviously, because I talk about all the time of it being my dream to be in the NBA. So for me to go out there and play that way offensively is a dream come true, obviously. But like you said, in the end, we just got to figure out what we can do as a team and to make it feel better, obviously, if we get a win and at the same time. So.
You had that run in the second quarter, I guess, and was it good to feel in a flow? It doesn't, probably hasn't happened all that many times this year where you just probably could just let it come and the game seemed easy, maybe.
Yeah, just getting comfortable, as the possessions kept going, and like you said, finding my groove with the shots, and it's obviously a lot easier to get past when you're making shots. So that's going to be with any team, and like I was talking about with the unselfish guys on this team is they're always going to find that one more pass, and we continue to make a great pass or make a good pass into a great pass, and we're gonna really evolve and be the team we need to be.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest video and subscribe for more.